Hello and welcome to the Beard Up Podcast, Fatherhood Fridays. And here, on Fatherhood Fridays, we discuss what it is, to be a good father, to be a responsible father, and a father that's there for his kids. And I have none other than my cousin here, Adrian, to, discuss his point of view on fatherhood.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome, everybody. It's the Beard Up Podcast. And today we have a bearded guest. So we're gonna talk about fatherhood. Uh, Being a father is a way of life. You know what I mean, and you gotta live up to it. You gotta own up to it, and you gotta live by it. You know what I mean?
So, that's a great point.
Yeah.
It's a way of life. You have to live up to it, but there's many, especially in these day and age, a lot of people home, a lot of dads home. They're like, bro, I ain't going out to go shop on nothing. Everything, the prices of everything has gone up.
That's a
You
dad.
know, the economy, is up and down.
Right. Right.
So, a question I got for you, especially for a new father who's watching the show, how would you suggest or give your opinion on how he should prepare to become a father?
Ah, man, that's a lot of answers that come with that question. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's
Yeah.
that's an endless list, but I say, man, first thing you gotta have a job. You know what I mean? You gotta have some consistent income coming in. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to provide. You know what I'm saying? And uh, a car, not extreme necessity, but it could be very, very helpful with having a child. You know what I'm saying? Growing up with a child, but to be real, man, there's no real preparation to be a parent. You know what I'm saying? Like to be a parent is like deciding, what you want to do for that child. You know what I'm saying? How much you want to be there for that child. That's the real preparation. What kind of parent you want to be. You know what I mean? You got to make that decision before that child. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna be the parent that's working all the time, or are you gonna be the parent that's gonna be there? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's deciding who you want to be. You know what I'm saying? You got to step to that plate and say, I want to be this kind of father. I want to be that kind of father. You know what I mean? And you gotta lay it down. You know what I mean? That's the real preparation. Deciding how you gonna measure up to be the father you want to be. You know what I'm saying? That's all mental. That's a decision only you can decide. You know what I mean? No matter,
Suppose a guy,
yeah,
he takes all that you said, but deep inside he's like stressing about it, like, man, I don't know what to do. It's like a whole he feel overwhelmed and stressed
right,
about the fact that, wow, I'm about to help bring this child into this earth,
right.
and stuff like that. Like, how does he get over that stress factor? Or what can help him, you think? What helped you sometimes when you felt overwhelmed?
And at times you feel overwhelmed, man. Just sit down and hold that baby and feed that baby, man. You know what I'm saying?
Feed
Just
that baby.
just look at that baby, man. Like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you seem fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a tomorrow and it could be a better tomorrow. You know what I mean? And you just gotta live like that. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta just love that child, man. And trust me, when you try, the harder you try, the more answers and easier it gets. You know what I mean? So you just, like I said, it goes back to making that decision, deciding what kind of father you want to be. You know what I mean? Just gotta stick to it.
I like that. Stick to it. From the start, if you're going with a mentality that, hey, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do
Right,
my best and give it my all.
right,
Obstacles and adversity is gonna come up, but when you give it your best, things will work out for you in the long run, majority of the time.
exactly.
But you said a key word. You said easier, and a lot of times, I hear different people and different people talk about the fact that fathers have it easier
Yeah.
in when it comes to raising a child. What do you say about that?
Um, that's more of like a societal thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The natural culture, the way of the man life, the man goes to work and the woman's at home with the child all day. You know what I'm saying? So of course, they're with the child more than they're having more difficult times with the child. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Man is at work. But that all falls down into, you know, what kind of parent you are. You know what I mean? What kind of parent do you decide to be? Are you we're home with the child just as much as the mother, or you know what I'm saying, you're at work more, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So but at the same time, we don't have to carry the child for 9 months. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to push them out through that You know, we
You,
ain't got you ain't got to experience that. You know what I'm saying? We just witness it. You know what I'm saying? And that's something we can't give life. You know what I'm saying? That's what the mothers do. You know what I mean? And we applaud that to the end of life. You know what I mean? And but that's more so a societal thing. You know what I mean? Of
you, I give a lot of respect to ladies for what they do. Just like
course,
you said, man. Well, I'm pretty sure when you see the birth of your child, and when I saw the birth of my kids, it was an amazing feeling, man. It's almost empowering. Like, man, they
yeah,
do that just to
yeah,
birth a child. It's just,
right,
I always had respect, because I grew up a lot of times around ladies, so I had an immense respect for them.
right,
But seeing that, it brings it to a whole nother level,
right.
so much appreciation, and for me, I'm a person I like to have, my hands and stuff. But in this situation, it's almost like
Oh, stand
you're just like, oh my god, what can I do? What can I do? This, what I'm saying? You were just this
by it.
looking at the
That's
whole
it.
thing,
That's
you
it.
know. So it tells a lot, about what they do, and for me, like, I agree with you, societal thing. You have fathers nowadays, especially in these modern times, that
Right,
clean up after the child,
right,
make sure that the child have what it needs, make sure that bring the child outside to go play, put the child to bed, and all these different things that probably back then the past fathers don't do as much as
exactly,
now.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, with a child, you know what I'm saying, it's 50-50 effort. You know what I'm saying? You get the best result when everyone tries.
Right.
Period. Period. You know what I'm saying? Period.
So upon becoming a father, what do you think changed about you the most when you became a father?
Man, I wouldn't say change. I would say evolve, but what definitely changed is your lifestyle. You know,
That's true.
and, and go out, you know what I'm saying, do the things you
Ain't
want
no
to
turning up no more.
do.
Well, you can turn up, but too, that's cutting more than
Yeah, you know
half.
what I'm saying? You gotta have a limit to your turn up, you know what I'm saying?
You got limits.
I got work in the morning. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call out, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know, you when you're having a child, you know what I'm saying, and it comes to understanding your responsibility too. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have a child, but a lot of people don't really sit there and really like truly understand your responsibility. If you don't truly understand your responsibility, you're not gonna react. You know what I'm saying? In the way you need to. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be inspired to do what you supposed to do if you don't truly understand your
Right.
responsibility. You know what I'm saying? And when you do, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna think sharper. You're gonna force yourself to think sharper. You're gonna make wiser actions. You know what I'm saying? Even when you speak, you know what I'm saying. You just you just have to be a better person overall. You know what I'm saying? To be a parent, you have to be a better person. You
You
have
know,
to.
it's crazy. Back then I was not like going out tight like that often like that.
Right.
But of course, having a child, even when it's days when, say, for instance, your friends call or your family member call and say, "Hey, man, let's go out tonight." You
Yeah.
would say to yourself, "All right, I'm gonna do it." But the minute you hear the baby cry or something going on with the baby, you're
Huh.
like, you know what? Forget that, man. I'll talk.
Right.
I'll go out with you guys next time.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Trying to go out these days, you have to plan it. You know what I'm saying? A good plan, a good week and a half before. You know what I
And a
mean?
backup in case.
And backup. You know what I'm saying? I plan A, B, C, and D. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You have to. You know what I'm saying? And that's just responsible.
All
You
right.
feel me? Because you gotta make a plan to go out, and you gotta be back at a certain time. This, and that. You know what I mean? We both gotta be off on this day. And, you know what I mean? It's gotta be a wise action. You have to make a wise action and choices all the time. Being a parent,
I
all,
agree.
all the time. If you don't think that I don't have to think into this much, you're wrong. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Even if it's simple as, oh, let me go stop here real quick, but you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Every choice, every decision. You know what I'm saying? It comes with a lot, and you got to be sharp. You got to be sharp.
You
You got to.
know, I I I I love the convo today, and it's great talk, and I think what we just discussed give great insight to new and up and coming fathers, and
Hope so.
fathers that's present already,
Yeah.
and I think my biggest takeaway from everything that we just discussed is just be there, do your best, It's not gonna be pretty all the time,
Of course.
but do your best, and everything will take course.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, I appreciate you joining in,
For sure.
and discussing, a big, huge topic, especially Father's Day approaching up. So, this great insight to many dads. Let's get the gifts, let's get
Yes, sir.
let's get the stuff
What my
rolling.
gift gonna be?
Right.
I know it's gonna be nice, you know.
Right, right.
But yeah,
So, thank you for joining in. I appreciate it. And, viewers, definitely like, subscribe, and definitely comment down below
yeah,
as well.
of course,
Appreciate it.
of course. Much love, much love.